Alright, so it's late, it's like literally the middle of the night, but this leak came out and it's fairly convincing. Someone either put a lot of work into faking a Fallout 76 trailer and leak, or this is real. On this channel, since the multiplayer leaks, I tried to move away from covering a lot of these leaks because over the past few days, despite many coming out, a lot of them were obviously fake. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll typically do like a mini review on them and try and point out things that make them seem fake, but this one, I'm having a lot more difficulty doing that. This leak, if fake, definitely has a good amount of legitimacy behind it and it looks really believable. So I'll just show you the image right now, and as you can see, it's going to be a apparent Fallout 76 trailer. This is likely the trailer we would hypothetically see at E3. Whether or not this is true or false, we'll probably see a trailer almost exactly like this at E3 with the release date being shown at the end of it. And of course, the major takeaway from this is a release date of 7/6. There's been a lot of speculation and even an apparent kind of Walmart leak on accident that the release date of Fallout 76 would be July 31st. This obviously isn't July 31st, but still in July and quite a bit early. This would be a turnaround of under 3 weeks between the official reveal of said release date and the actual day we can play this game. Logistically, that would be a nightmare. Getting enough physical copies made to satisfy everyone who wants a physical copy would be, well, really difficult. But at the same time, it wouldn't necessarily be impossible, and they obviously could make it digital download exclusively. But I can't imagine they would have no physical copies, and keeping a ton of physical cases of Fallout 76 under wraps would be, I don't know, that'd be pretty difficult. I imagine we would have saw a leak pertaining to that. So my source for this is actually a Reddit post on the Bethesda Softworks subreddit. It says, breaking NDA, but here. I don't actually know if this is the original source for this post, but I couldn't find it anywhere else. It actually seems like a fairly standard Reddit account. There's a bunch of other posts in its history, so maybe this is just actually a repost, but I guess that doesn't really matter. If you actually look at the source image, this could be faked. It's definitely possible, but it would be really difficult, and I'll kind of break down why exactly. So looking at the image, first and foremost, we see "Our future begins." This is a slogan we've actually seen before. There's a mural or kind of painting being done in downtown LA. It was actually finished earlier today, and that features the same "Our future begins" at the top of that one. So it's something that maybe a tagline Bethesda's going for surrounding Fallout 76 if it does in fact become multiplayer. Then you see Fallout.com 7/6/18, which would be a really early release date. And something else you could actually spot, this is a 4K trailer, which would be accurate. If you actually look at the Fallout 76 teaser trailer, that's 4K, which is unusual. Not many game trailers over the past few years are actually posted in 4K, but Fallout 76 did it for whatever reason. But again, if this showed as 1080p, that could almost be a nudge in the opposite direction considering the teaser trailer was 4K. If this one wasn't, that would definitely be suspicious. It's labeled as Fallout 76 official trailer, which is consistent with the naming scheme. It says 74 views, but I actually think it's higher than that. If you look pretty closely, it almost looks like there's another number before then. And typically the view counter is actually in line with the title of the video. So the F that is hidden or cut off in this image would kind of represent the same amount of space needed for one additional number. Literally everything we've seen thus far is super easy to fake. Just get a script font or just copy the font you actually see in that Bethesda mural being painted, throw together the Fallout.com and dates in Photoshop, slap it over top the other Bethesda video like the standard teaser trailer, and then just you can inspect element all of the lower parts. But there's a few things that actually you can't Photoshop as easily. One such thing is the unlisted. When your video is unlisted, that's actually going to create an additional space. So if the video is not unlisted, there will be less of a gap in between the title of the video and the views. If your video is unlisted, there's going to be a greater gap. This is something that you could do fairly easily in Photoshop, but something that would be quite a bit more difficult would actually be the like to dislike bar. So even if you inspect element the like to dislike bar, it's still going to maintain the little color aspect that it does have on it, even if you do change the numbers on it. So the like to dislike bar as well as the unlisted thing are possible in Photoshop, but it'd be significantly more difficult than a lot of the other leaks we have seen. And everything else for the video kind of makes sense. I mean, you could have a non-verified channel actually import and place down the verified icon. But again, that's something that would be quite a few steps in addition to a lot of these other leaks. And in the description is actually the exact right amount. There's typically allowed 3 lines from YouTube, and then you get a cutoff and you have to do show more. And then this is almost what sells it the most to me, because this is something that not a lot of people, unless you're a YouTube creator, would probably realize. YouTube has a bot that will automatically determine which video your game is, and it doesn't always happen right away. It typically takes a few hours after the processing occurs. So like a newly uploaded video will show no game. You can manually assign a game as you're uploading a video, but the fact that it's actually showing as Fallout 4 would be accurate. It's actually going to scan what's in the background and try and determine what it is. Fallout 76 being in the same engine as Fallout 4 kind of makes a lot of sense here. Fallout 76 is not presently entered as a game on YouTube, so it's not something you can select. So the bot automatically detecting Fallout 4, trying to determine what game is being shown and determining Fallout 4, again, is plausible. So I'm not going to say this is real, but I'm going to say this is the most believable leak we've had thus far. The implications of a 7/6 release date are massive. That'd be pretty much one of the quickest turnarounds ever for a AAA game release, and it'd be awesome for me because I have the summer off and we get to play it. 7/6 is on a Friday, which isn't even that unlikely. Skyrim actually released on a Friday, and you know, if you actually think about it, it's only Fallout 4 in between Skyrim and Fallout 76. I mean, I'm just trying to lay everything out for you here, but again, this is either someone who has way too much time on their hands and is doing this all for very little recognition. Their claim to fame is only going to last 3 days because we're going to find out the real answer in 3 days. So it's not like it was one of the earlier leaks, and just the timing of it actually makes it seem really plausible. There's just so many things coming together to make this seem really plausible, except the release date, which seems really crazy. And I know some of you saw the URL at the top. If you actually go to that URL, it's representing a deleted or privated video. This is labeled as an unlisted video, so it would suggest that this was shared internally and then made private after the fact. Or if we're assuming this is fake, then it's just totally BS. If you have a fake URL that kind of follows the same standard or hierarchy as a real URL, it will show you the same page. So like, I don't really know what the takeaway is from this. I mean, I think this is one where you guys kind of just got to determine, is it real, is it fake? Fortunately, with this one, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can get excited, but we're only 3 days away at this point, so we'll find out the answer shortly. As always, again, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.